Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film a little planner system update video for you today. I did one of these at the end of last year, 2020, and I've changed my system a little bit for 2021, so I thought I would do just a little update for you. I've basically just I combined some things and I introduced a couple of new things to the setup. So let's start with my everyday carry planner. This is my A6 rings, which I have done a setup video for 2021 on my channel. I'll link it down below and in the cards. But yeah, this is my everyday planner. It's the one that I use just to, you know, to keep track of my day. Basically, I'm just flipping because today is actually the 4th, and I didn't fill it in over the weekend. But I get the most use from this during the working week. So yeah, so I basically, this is just my everything planner. Everything goes in here during the week, and it helps me keep my my mind sane, because if things don't get written down in here, I tend to forget them. So in here I have things like my inbox section. I have all of my schedule sections with like my monthly, my weekly and my daily. And then I also have bits for shop, for my day job, for the home and for my health. I have a lot of trackers in here. I track everything that I am working towards, and this is just, yeah, this is my everything planner. I often say if I lost this, I don't quite know what I would do, because I think I would flounder for a bit because I wouldn't know what to do when. So this one is the most important part of my system, really. So that is my everyday carry. Next in the lineup, I have this big planner here. Now this is my the cover for this is my Gillio undyed. It's my first undyed and I love it. I bought it actually from Gillio because I was looking at buying undyeds used, and then actually when I bought this one I realised that actually I think if I'm going to buy an undyed, I want to buy it brand new. Because for me the joy of an undyed is that you get to see it patina. I don't know if you can see, but it is getting slightly darker along the top here, and that's because I had it stood up in my planner basket, so that little bit has got slightly more of a suntan than the rest, but it's so gradual that you can't actually tell. But yeah, so this is my undyed. It's absolutely beautiful. And in here I have my Hobonichi cousin. So I have also done a video showing you how I set this up. I just have a few bits and bobs in the pockets here, but this is essentially like my memory planner and also keeper of information. So I use my ring planner daily sort of to track things and to keep a record of reference material and stuff, but this is where I'm going to put any tracking or anything that I actually want to keep for years to come, because I throw out my inserts from my daily planner, from my ring planner, because they're just too hard to keep. So I transfer that information basically. So this is a great planner if you want something that's got everything in. It has yearly calendars. It has the year as like a future log type layout. It has monthly layouts. It has weekly layouts. This is last week all filled out. This is where I memory plan what I do in these sheets. And then it also has this is my little bit for my goals for next year, and then it also has like daily pages and like a start of the month page. Let me just move to a blank one. Here you go. And I'm basically using this side to be information that I want to keep. So like here I've got my wish lists, and then this side is my journaling space. So I'm combining a lot of the different books that I had in my traveler's notebook, which let me just show you. So this is my traveler's notebook. This is moving back to being predominantly for travel. I will go into it in a minute. And I did have this little journal, which is a little A6 Stalogy in it that I was using for long form journaling. And that has sort of moved into here. If I did want to write more, then I would move back into my long form journal. But for now, actually, this has been just the right amount of space at the end of the day for me to jot down sort of what I'm thinking, what I've been learning about that day and so on. So yeah, so this is my Hobonichi cousin, and I plan to keep this one for the future. So this is definitely a, can you see there's a little bit, you can see the patina. There's a little tan line. But yeah, so this is a planner that I intend to keep for the future to refer back to if I need to. Next in the lineup is this little guy, and I did a little unboxing of this on my channel, and this is the Hobonichi 5-year journal. I got it with the Hobonichi natural leather cover in the hopes that this also will patina as it gets older. I've only had this for a few days at this point, so I don't expect it to patina for a little bit yet, but it is beautiful. And it's basically just a 5-year journal. So you have a space for each day. So each date has a page. In fact, it has 2 pages. And on the left side, you've got a little space for each day. And then the right side, you've got this empty space here. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that yet. So that's why it's blank. But yeah, I'm enjoying filling out the page. Yeah, I'm basically just jotting down things, and it's kind of crazy for me to think that by the time I fill out this one, a lot of the goals that I'm working towards this year will hopefully have been completed. I'll have finished those goals. So yeah, so that is my Hobonichi 5-year, and this one it's just a couple of lines for each day. I just put down the main thing that I've been thinking about, or the main thing that we've done. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to getting to 2025 and seeing what I've written on the previous years. The idea of that just seems lovely to me. So that's that one. And then the final book in my setup is my Traveller's Notebook and long form journal. And I wouldn't actually technically class these as part of my sort of planner lineup really, even though they kind of are. So my Traveller's Journal is going to be going back to being a Traveller's Journal. So this is where, in here I just have my Commonplace book, Happy Moments book, and then this Tomoe River has got my pen swatches in for my fountain pens. And what typically happens is when I go on holiday, I normally put like another insert in here because it does have space for 4. Just so that I can fill out a travel journal as I go. And that is basically what this is going to be going back to this year. We are hoping not to go on our big holiday that was cancelled in 2020, but we're hoping to go on a little holiday this year, and maybe we'll do some exploring around the UK. So this will come with me on those journeys. So it is going to be going back to being an actual travel journal, which is, yeah, I when I bought it to be a travel journal. I wanted the patina and the bumps and the nicks and everything to show from being taken different places. So that's that one. And then finally my long form journal. So my long form journal, this is basically where I do things like morning pages, brain dumps, when I just want to journal about something and get something out of my mind, off my chest. This is where it goes. It also acts as a notebook. So like if there's something that I want to jot down that isn't important enough to put in my Hobonichi, but I want to still write it down somewhere and have it recorded somewhere, this is where I put it. So it doesn't have to be an A6 Stalogy. I just got an A6 Stalogy this year, last year, sorry, because it fit in my traveller's notebook. This can be any kind of notebook at all, and I do keep these for a little while, and then eventually I sort of decide after a few years, do I want to keep it or not. But I will still probably have this kind of book in the mix for this year. It just might not necessarily be this one, and it is something that you're probably not going to see a great deal of, because I'm not creative journaling in this. Creative journaling is going to be in the Hobonichi. This is much more going to be like, I just need to get something out of my head, and I need somewhere that I can write it all down. So yeah, that's this little guy. I have like a million notebooks that are primed ready to take this one's place once it's full. So yeah, I'm looking forward to filling this little one up. I'm quite annoyed that I didn't, basically the last half of, no, not the last half, the last quarter of 2020, I just didn't really feel like journaling. I didn't feel like writing everything down. So I really got out of the habit of it. And yeah, I just sort of, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know why. I just wasn't drawn to it in the same way. So, so this didn't get filled like I thought it would. So it does mean I've got quite a lot of space left in here that I can crack on and fill. So that's going to be my little long form journal for 2021. And it is mainly going to be in morning pages location, basically. Because 3 A6 pages actually isn't too much. 3 A4 pages, way too much for me in the time that I've got, whereas 3 A6 pages is just about right. So yeah, so that is my 2021 planner lineup. I feel like it's going to be a productive year, if not a brilliant year. I feel like it will at least be productive. I think I'm trying really hard not to put too much what's the word, like hope and inspiration and desperation and into this year being better. I'm trying to think in terms of, you know what, I'm healthy, I'm happy, and I'm still here, and that's enough. And yeah, I'm just trying to think in terms of that at the moment, and just focus on goals that I can change, things that I can actually make a difference with, as opposed to trying to beat myself up about not being able to achieve as much as I would really like to. But I think we're all in that boat, aren't we? I think we have a tendency to think, oh, 2021, new year, yeah, this is gonna be so much better than last year. But actually, I just want to be conservative about that feeling, rein it in a little bit, and just think, you know what, if we manage to survive another year, then that is progress in itself. Yeah, on that slightly, I don't know, is it morbid? I don't know. But on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe. One of my goals for 2021 is to try and get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm almost halfway there. I'm really chuffed with that. And I'm aiming to post 2 YouTube videos a week about not a week, a month, about my planners. I'm hoping that I'll actually manage to do more than that, but my conservative estimate is 2 videos a month, about planners, life, artist life. I might even do some day in their lives to show you a little bit of what being a librarian is actually like. But yeah, so that is this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.